Hey everyone, my name is Adriana reporting for the Sleep Sherpa, and today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing a weighted blanket from Dozeology. Weighted blankets are a great natural remedy when it comes to anxiety. Blankets of this type are known to reduce stress, increase focus, increase the ability to fall asleep faster, and best of all, it feels like a hug. Weighted blankets use what's known as deep pressure touch stimulation. What this does is it provides level pressure across the body. From my own experience, I love weighted blankets. I think they're great, they're effective, I get deeper sleep every single time. One of the things I'm excited about when it comes to this one in particular is that it weighs a little bit less than what I'm used to. So I'm excited to see what that's like. And these people really care about the details. This blanket has duvet strings in places most blankets don't. I have a duvet cover that I bought from Crate & Barrel. I think it cost me $200. It's insane. The quality is like, you know, it's what I paid for sure. But even that duvet cover doesn't have the duvet loops like everywhere it should, and it drives me nuts. But this has it, I believe, in 8 different places. Yeah, 8 different places. This is the least heavy weighted blanket that I've found. Typically I see them offered, you know, at 10 pounds, 15 pounds, or 20 pounds. And nothing less than that. So 7 pounds is unique, and it's a nice find. When it comes to this kind of purchase, you have to be really intentional. What that means is that there is a certain calculation you have to do to know exactly what weight of a blanket you should be ordering. And the rule of thumb for that is the weighted blanket should be about 10% of your body weight. So let's do a quick calculation. So I weigh about 135 pounds. 10% of that is 13.5. So 13.5 falls in the middle. There's no weighted blanket at that weight. My only options would be a 10 pound or a 15 pound blanket. But I'm really glad to try the 7 pound today, because the weighted blanket, for those who haven't experienced it before, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I feel like something lighter can be a good way to kind of like work your way up. When I ordered this, it was classified as a weighted blanket for kids because it is much lighter. So that's interesting. Its cut is different. It is definitely on the smaller side, and I'm not sure if that's because all of their blankets are of that size. But I will have to double check, and when you check out the review that's linked down below, you'll have all of that information there for you. What I like most about this blanket is it's a nice, pretty light blue. I have not seen this color offered by any other brand. So let's check out what this blanket is all about. Hi. He's so curious, right? So curious. Okay, first impression is I like it. Although I'm wondering if I got a weight that's like too low. I'm wondering if 7 pounds really is too little. And it's possible that it is. I do like the size of it. I think for like an average sized person, it's kind of nice because like it's literally all that you need. Should you sleep with a partner, you know, like this only is enough for you, and that might be exactly what you need. Your partner might not be into something like this. For kids, this is definitely the right size because it's for sure on the smaller side. With the way the blanket feels on top of me, I do still feel it would be sufficient in providing the benefits that these things do. So even though I really technically should have like at least a 10-pound weighted blanket on top of me, I still think this would very much do its job. And I mean, already I feel like it just really eases you. Like, I know there's a difference if I'm laying with the blanket versus not having it. You know, like now I just kind of feel like I'm still in the same state. I feel like I'm not tired or sleepy at all. I just feel like, okay, I'm just here. But when you put this on, it's so interesting, but it kind of like puts you in this trance. It really just, it puts you into a different state, genuinely. It does. It's fascinating stuff. So some of these weighted blankets, you know, I call them pellets. The pellets that are inside, they always vary. Like every company manufactures them differently. Sometimes they feel like beads and they can be very noisy, but that's not the case with this. This feels like, you know, feels like the material, whatever's inside that creates the weight, feels like it's much finer. And so you don't hear like a rolling sound. You hear like maybe like sand shifting. I would differentiate them in that way. Like it definitely seems like a lot whatever it is, it's, you know, it's a lot finer than what I've seen in other blankets, and I think that's a huge plus. And if you've never tried weighted blankets before and you're considering it, one thing I'll tell you that's really helpful is like, you know, when you put it on your body, if you feel like this is too much, it's just as helpful to have it like from the waist down. That will still allow it to fulfill its purpose. So don't think it's any less effective because it's just on like your lower half. It will still be able to do what it needs to do. And it's provide that like really light pressure that has that this like really sedating feeling. It just kind of calms you, eases you, puts you at peace. It really does bring about a feeling of like, you know, just relaxation. It's so interesting how these things work. So I've given it some thought, and most likely this is probably best suitable for kids. It is for sure on the smaller side. However, I think if you're any kind of like petite individual, this will probably work out just fine for you. I really like the colors that this is available in. This is like a really nice light blue. I think it's so pretty. The fabric is really nice, and I like this a lot. I've seen these blankets in different types of like fabrics and, you know, color combinations. I think this is like really my favorite. I think this one looks the nicest. Why don't we open it up and see what it looks like on the inside? Okay, so here's the zipper, right? And this is what the blanket looks like on the inside. So it's this like really pale yellow. And this is what's known as a duvet loop. This thing right here. And this is what you do, like you take these strings and you tie it. And something like this is actually really important. I mean, especially in this case, because in this case, you know, because the blanket has quite a bit of a weight to it, it's expected to shift, right? These types of little features, they make a huge difference. I can't stress it enough. Duvet loops are also found on things like comforters. Like I own, I think, 2 different down comforters, and they both have duvet loops. They don't always have, you know, they don't always have them in the center, as well as the corners. The good quality companies know to always have a duvet loop in the center. The stuff that's inside of here is super fine, so you're not going to experience like really any kind of noise with it. That's the extent of it. It's really, you know, low key sounds. This is what the blanket looks like. So should you feel like it, you know, you need less because let's say it's warm, you can take this cover off, you can wash it. And I believe you can wash this itself too. Usually it's not a problem. Usually it's something you can put in the washing machine, and it's something that just ideally would just be air dried. Well, it's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you'd like to learn more about the Dozeology weighted blanket, check out the article linked down below, and I'll see you guys next time for more sleep reviews. Bye.